Hello everybody. How's it going? This is your friend Jeff playing the early access from Game Labs, the Ultimate General American Revolution. Okay, so we last left off, we got Fort Stevens, but you can see that right now the date is May 28th. 1775. So a lot of time has passed, and all I really did, was how can I say this? I was up here and I was gonna record it, but I didn't. All I did is, like I said, I had to settle this. Obviously, you didn't get to see that, but I settled it. I got my two Fusilier units here, as you can see. I'm out of resources at the moment, and like I said, it's only May 28th. But whatever I was doing definitely affected everything. Because if I got the game paused, so that way no more time is burnt. Because you know what I mean. Let me just try to show. I'll show you this stuff here. So yeah. Okay, so if I look at it this way, I can say I got one military. The military units suck, right? So if Boston decides to attack here, they'll either capture him or push him out, and they could do the same to me over here. And then at Leicester also, I got a military unit. These are the junkiest units in the game. So I mean, and then up here I have two militaries also. And then my only two Fusiliers, which have 6 companies in each one, so that's 12 companies, we have, over there at the fort. And then what I wanted to mention was, basically what happened was I took the ships out of here, out of Portsmouth, my 2 corvettes, and I tried to fight some ships, but I kept running into like 78 gun ships. And then sometimes the game puts you on each side of it, and then the 78 gun ships broadside each of your ships, and they all lose about 50% of their damage. And then we gotta say, forget this, I can't fight that, and get out of it. We press this button when we're in a sea battle, and we can get out of it, and it'll be a draw. But you're still back into that death circle for 2 minutes. And so it was so I had to keep loading the game and then coming back out here hoping to find something that I could fight that would be nice. But I ended up way over here. And it was going to be a long way back to get to the harbor. And there was too many, there was like a 4-pack of British ships, which means they could have two, one time it was 2 78 gun ships, along with like a brig or a cutter. So brig and cutters I can deal with. Plus I can deal with a corvette or 2 corvettes against my 2 corvettes. But I mean, I cannot fight 2 78 gun ships. So they have too many British ships in this area in packs or fleets. So what I did is I kept coming way out here further, and I went along here and I went along the coast. And then I landed into an interception of a fleet that intercepted me. And it was a couple of brigs. So I was able to, with my 2 corvettes, I was able to get the 2 brigs. But we're so far away from a port, so I continued on. And then I got along here. And then just as I got here, I got attacked by another 78 gun ship. And so I couldn't do that fight because all my fleet is damaged and it would get destroyed. So I just survived the 2-minute go around and then I came this way, and I came to Newport. So when I'm gonna go back to the screen here. So let me get back to this, and I can show you right here. So as I came along here sailing, and don't forget, this is coming from Portsmouth all the way out here, and all these ships I have to try to get away. And if there was a nice ship that I could fight, that would be fine. But so I came along this coast just like this, came around, got the attack over here, and then I got intercepted over here by, like I said, a big ship. And just like this here, you're in that circle and you have to wait. And luckily he didn't sink any of my ships within that time, and I was able to break out of there. And then I saw this little cove right here to where the harbor is. So I sailed the ship along here, and once I got in here almost to the harbor, there was a little British cutter right here. And so he wanted to fight me, so I fought him with 4 of my ships. And I obviously, plus my ships were, I had to use the one ship that was mostly damaged but had 2 units on it, and they were both small units on a brig. So I was able to capture the little cutter. And so now I'll show you that I'm in the port and then once that was over, I could just pop right into the port here. Now technically I could take this fleet and intercept and see what this is, but as you can see, all the ships are damaged, all of them. And so so we started with the USS Providence, which is the patrol ship that I got when I started the campaign. So so he's still alive and stuff like that, and he's up to 183 to 210. So that's him. And then the first covert that I took is the USS New Bedford, Mass. Whalers. Now before we didn't have any perks, but now I think all the ships now have 1 perk. Now I did scrap the cutter that I captured just now in this port, basically. So I scrapped 2 cutters. The British cutter, like when you get Newport, you remember how you get the Obedient, which is a cutter that the British had, but now it becomes ours. Well, I scrapped that one, and I scrapped the cutter that I fought in here. And then, that would give me a couple extra officers because I was down an officer and stuff like that. So anyway, so I'll show you the Providence, and then I'll show you the USS New Bedford, Mass. Whalers. And then I made the USS, because now these are brigs, the rest of these are brigs. So they only got 18 guns. So the USS Fairhaven, Mass, which these are all cities of my hometown that are near my hometown. That's why I labeled those there, just as a remembrance. If I didn't spell them correct, I'm sorry. But so here's the USS Fairhaven, Mass. It's a brig. And then here's Fall River, Mass, which is the USS Fall River. It's another brig. And they all got 1 perk, so just go sailing all the way from Portsmouth. And this is the first time I've ever done it in the game, where I always wondered if we could do that. And I got intercepted, like I said, twice, but along the way. Not counting the interceptions here that pushed me away from my harbor because there were too many British fleets flying, like 4. I mean, you just can't, like with 2 coverts, you cannot fight 2 78-gun ships. I probably should have made a short video just showing that, because like I said, if you get on the wrong side of that ship and he blasts you, that's a lot of firepower. And it can really destroy your ships. And that's why I got rid of the 2 cutters, because cutters cannot stand up to, the cutters can't even stand up to a Diana class ship. You know what I mean? Let alone a 78-gun ship. And so, and I can't fight a sea battle right now because I have to wait for these guys to get back up. And then the other thing too is because I'm close to June 1 where the map is going to open up to New York, which is why I'm recording this at the moment so I can at least show you that transition, because I'm not going to do much until then. So but I'm going to tell you, to sail from here all the way to here took about 12 days or something. So I mean, it burnt up the month of May. And I was gonna, when I had some fuses over here, I was gonna try to fight Salem, but then this is what I call like an ultimate general civil war. There's a I forget if it's first Bull Run or second Bull Run or whatever, but there's a hornet's nest, or Shiloh, maybe it's Shiloh, where there's a hornet's nest. And so I basically take a term from that game to this. Boston is like a hornet's nest. If you disturb it in any way, it will come out with 3,000 troops and just destroy us. Especially these militars. But I got them here because if I were to lose one of these units, or two of them, or all of them, I mean, they suck anyway, so, you know, what can I say about it? And the reason that I did end up coming to Newport was because I'm more likely to lose Portsmouth, okay, when they decide to do whatever they're gonna do. And especially when this map opens up, they're gonna become a little aggressive and stuff like that. But it's an objective that we don't really have to do if it's too challenging of a problem. So that is that. And I don't know anything else I could mention. Yeah, I can't upgrade this because I am out of resources, not enough resources. So I don't know if by having all these ships, you know, affects this, because I usually don't run into that problem until the map opens up, and the map hasn't opened up yet. It's just a few days off. And so I can't figure out, you know, I even shut off my factories. And I stopped production because I have no wood. And so then what I did is I started building carpenter shops. But I don't have the resources, so they're not building, I guess. A carpenter shop. A carpenter shop. And I don't have one here. Okay, so right here I have a recruiting house, which I cannot upgrade because I don't have the material. I have a schoolhouse and a weaver, and I think it's in the process of building an armory so it can store ammo, because this will be a point where it flows this way. And so I think anybody in these regions will get ammo. These guys are on their own, and these two are sharing in between them. And if I show you the money, but you can see that my army costs about 2,000. My fleet 427 along with maintenance. And you can see civil expenses, you know. So this is where you start losing money and stuff. But like I said, I usually don't get financially broken until, because this is the first. Okay, so I can talk a little bit more about this game. This is the first phase of this game. The second phase on June 1 opens up to New York. And then the third phase of this game opens up to Canada. And I think that's all there is in this early access version of this game. I've only once got to the third phase, but I was at that time I was financially broken, and all your units just start crumbling and things like that, because you can't afford, you can't do anything. Like, it's like, so again, that was another start of a campaign. So yeah. All right, well, with that problem, I guess I can just let the game run for a moment while I'm talking, because I don't know how this is gonna go. But yeah, see this 5-pack up here? This had 2 78 gun ships, along with, like, maybe a Diana class ship, 40 guns or something, and it had like they do sometimes have like a small ship, like a cutter or a brig too, along with that pack. I mean, it was nice when I was over here and I ran into 2 brigs. I mean, they got 18 guns each. They got like 109 guys on each, and so my 2 corvettes could deal. Each one could deal with one of them and take them. So that was nice when that happened, because I ended up with 2 brigs, and then over somewhere here I got another brig, or I might have got a brig up here, but I can't remember. But anyways, and so what I'm saying is, we're more likely to maintain Newport, so that's why I would rather have the ships over here instead of up here, because I'm more likely to lose Portsmouth when they decide to become aggressive. And so we're at May 30, and there's nothing really that I can do. I'm only over here because when the map opens up, there's going to be a fort over here that I plan to take out, like that fort right there. You can just barely see it and stuff, but we're just out of, just like, yeah, like look at this. Yeah, this is a good example. And because it's only sharing between these 2, but then again, if I can hang on to Portsmouth, this cuts off, but they have the ocean though. And yeah, and then here's a 2-pack right here. So this would be somebody that we could fight, but guess what? In that pack, there's a 78 gun ship and stuff. And so my 2 corvettes cannot deal with that. I mean, you could try that battle and restart it like 10 times in a row, and unless you get lucky and knock out a mass or knock out something, they just got too many guns to blast you into the smithereens. And so I'm not complaining about it. It's just that there's no control in it. It's not like Age of Sail where, yeah, the enemy scales up to you, but if I got, a couple of third-rate ships, then they're going to throw, second-rate ships at me or something, or, first-rate ships. Okay, so it's June 1, International Relation Change Report. Okay, so now I just want you to take a look at this for a minute now. Now this is where events can be good or bad and dependent on your answers. Now, I have 18,000 at the current moment because I didn't do a lot in the month and a half that you have before this map opens up, because I have those ships, and doing ship battles takes away a lot of the things that you can do on land. If you took the military unit at the beginning, you can you can focus yourself on the land stuff and not worry about the ocean and the sea stuff. But like I said, it's kind of it's kind of different to, and I did want to show you a sea battle, and I did. So, but okay, so here it is: negotiations in the shadows. Secret negotiations unfolded. We need these muskets to form more companies. So they want to give us 147 of this weapon, right? Which this weapon is much better than the civilian musket. So if we go into melee or we shoot, it's much better in both ways. And with 147 at 3,000 costs, we could supply one 120-man company with that weapon. So I could give that to one of my companies in my Fusilier unit, right? I only have 2 of those units. That's it. And so I could do that, but 3,000 is a big chunk of money, and I don't know if I go to the shop to buy these, at 3, like I guess I could even show you that, but I think this is a bad idea. But I just want you to watch this, because if they take some rep away from me, let me just see if I can just, like, our relationship will go down with these if I do this way, but I don't want to blow $3,000. You think I have a lot, but that's going to go and evaporate once, I show you what's going on with the map. So I'm going to say no. And so it didn't affect me here yet, but there are events that will take away my rep and stuff like that. And so let me pause now that we are on June 1 in 1775. Because we can now take a look at the open map. Okay, so now we have Fort Frederick over here. We have Fort Ticonderoga. We have Fort Saratoga. We have Albany. We have Kingston. And we have Fort Montgomery. And we have an ally which gives to us, so it's Hatfield. Bennington. Here's Fort Rice. And so we are now in the second phase of this game, and we did not take Boston, so we did not get the benefits of that. And so, you know what I mean? Like if I didn't have the ships, you know what I mean? I would have had the extra military unit, even though they suck, but I would add an extra one. And because I didn't focus on ships, I would be able to try to bait them in like I could come over here. Like I could have, if I would have had time, other than when I had to move the ship all over, because I got way out, I had to move the ship over here. And it took a long time to get there. And I did save the game because I wanted to make sure my fleet didn't get destroyed along the way. So, but anyways, that's what took away all the days. I just, so I didn't, because my plan was to leave one unit here, have my Fusiliers over here along with these 2 militaries, leave 1 militar there, and put the 4 units right here, and try to kill the unit that's in here. But the one thing you can't do is charge him and follow him, because the moment he goes over here to run away, Boston comes with cavalry and, like 10 units, like 2 or 3,000. I mean, that is what happens. And that's what I'm saying. I would love to play the British campaign if they're going to give me troops like this, because I'll be able to dominate the map with a force that they got. Man, you got over 7,000 here. You just send 2,000 here, 2,000 here, and 2,000 in here, and I don't care if the Americans had all of their units in one of these places. You know what I mean? Because they can't have them in all three of these places. A large force. You're going to have a large force or a medium force, then a small one. You could easily end this in just 1 month of gameplay if you were the British. So I don't even know how they're gonna have to do. I don't know how they're gonna do a British campaign. Like, it's gonna be that won't be for a long time. But anyways, those are my things. So again, I don't have the resources, and now you're gonna see stuff like this. Tensions between Cherokees and Iroquois. Tensions against Iroquois and the British are rising. Not all factories or shipyards are used. Like, we're always going to have that. So that's just a waste of clicking on that. And you can see right here, no resources. And I must have made a mistake along the way. Like, I didn't, if I click on mine and, I should have had a mine over here or there. So yeah, that's the one thing. Okay, so, like, each time you do this campaign, you're trying to learn different things and stuff. And so sometimes you don't have these problems, and then sometimes you do because you missed doing a certain thing that bites you when it comes to June 1. But let's see if we can do something now that we're here. So one of the things that I can do is click on each unit, even though these are militaries, and then maybe I could try to put one of these guys in. Give each of them one skirmisher, I guess, or they're like a skirmisher, but they're called Minutemen. Okay. And eventually I'm going to run out of the junky musket simply because I'm not making any more at the moment. Because I don't have the resources. So again, so this, in a way, this is okay. Because I'm only one person. And you can watch other people play this game. And see them do better. And done the right thing. And stuff like that. And then that's how you can compare this. And see... so to try to not make, any mistakes. Oh yeah, and up here in Falmouth. So I'm putting in a Minuteman instead of a Militar because the Militar are just plain terrible. And let's see if our ships are ready. Yeah, look at, they're still not ready. Oh, 138. 70. 35. 51. I mean, you can see how, like I said, I can scrap 3 of the ships that are brigs and get rid of them if money gets to be too tight. Because I can show you here. You can see I still have the 2 cutters right here, okay, that I scrapped in Newport. One was the Obedient, and the other one was the British one that was in my own harbor. You know what I mean? That challenged me, so I had to fight. So I have these two in stock. I can sell them. I've got 15 wagons and in stock of ammunition. I have 122 at the moment. Muskets, you can see in stock. Cannons, I have 4. And naval guns, I have 5. And so yeah, that's it. So yeah, so now let's go ahead and see if I can get my Fusiliers to take out this place here. And then I think we'll come over and go after Fort Rice. Because if you look at this, so you can see how if I take out Fort Rice, we're connected. But I figured because this is pretty close, I better take this out first. I don't know how much they would have here. I could go over there and see. And then maybe work my way here, but then how am I going to hold these two with only my 2 Fusilier units? And to see whatever Salem and Boston do, and if I even lose this, I can always fall back to Hartford. And then they do have a fort down here, so it would be nice to take him out. But if you look at New Haven, you know, as soon as he gets up to full status. And so yeah, I don't know how the rest of this is gonna go, but let's go ahead and do something. You know, I think I've talked enough. So let's move my general. And 1 Fusilier unit for now. He's only got 120 at the moment. So maybe my 1 Fusilier unit will be enough. Okay, a donation. Free Artisans of Connecticut raise money for the needs of the Army. Nice, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, now here is a big deal right here I wanted to show you. This is a big deal. Capture Ticonderoga because of the simple fact that this is the first one that comes up as an objective where you will take a penalty if you don't do it. And also, the enemy will spawn more units into that if you don't do it in the time frame. So we got 90 days to do this. Because if we don't, we will automatically lose 15 of our rep. And the worst part of that is more reinforcements will automatically deploy into Ticonderoga, which will make it even harder to take. But the reward is 20 rep, and it looks like they'll give us 11 4-galloper guns. Wow, so that's a nice reward right there. Wow, that's really nice. Like, I never paid attention to that, because this is the thing that always bugged me was... Like, I didn't take Boston, right? But there's no effect other than the fact that Boston is pretty strong and, you know. So, yeah. So, I just wanted to show you that. I'm just gonna try to melee them. I didn't know which Fusilier unit this was of my two, because I think on one of them I do have two of them that have bayonets. Alright, I'm gonna get my general over there so I can see what's going on, because of this fog of war. I have no idea what's going on in that area. Okay, so, okay, this is kind of like a big deal too, because it's been reported that the Cherokee and Britain have decided to dissolve their groundbreaking alliance they had formed earlier in the year. This dissolution comes as a shock to many, as the alliance had signaled a historical departure from centuries of rivalry and conflicts between them. So yeah, he's going across the border into Canada. And my general, get over here so I can see what's going on, please. Yeah, see, they're gone. And we can run into an ambush or a trouble here because we're going to the border. It would just be nice to eliminate this unit so he doesn't reconstitute in another place. Come on, go, 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 go. Get closer so you can shoot him. Shoot. All right, I think that did it. I am not 100% certain, but I think that unit either died or disbanded or something, because I don't see him. And it didn't give us any reward for doing that. Like, it didn't give us any rifles or anything. So I honestly believe, I'm going to bring my general over here so I can see. Yeah, look, they got 500 here. Alright, so we got to get out of here because he's exhausted. Yeah, and hey, we got donation. And now, yeah, see, they still want to give us this offer, right? But and I forgot to go and show you that, but I think it's a bad idea. All right, so my generals and this guys are gonna go to here. Tensions between the Cherokee and Britain is rising. This is my tech going. So yeah, over here. Okay, so... Oh, it was this weapon here. So if I were to buy... If I had to buy 147, it would cost 4,000, right? So their offer for 3,000, I guess, was, financially speaking, I guess it was cheaper. Okay, so I could for the same 147 of this weapon, you know, if I did blow 3,000, because here if I buy it, it's 4,000. Now I don't know if anything else factors into this where we could make this cheaper or something, but just saying. So just looking at that offer, because he did offer me it twice, and I refused each time. But you can see right here, it would cost me $1,000 more to get the same amount, which I only actually need 120 for our units, because that's the unit sizes. All right, so the two corvettes are ready, but the brigs are still working. Okay, now it is dissolving of alliance. It's been reported that Spain and France have decided to dissolve. Okay, so yeah, I'll take the muskets, only, even though they're the worst musket. But I mean, we're gonna need muskets for the troops, and then we can always sell them if we have a bunch and we don't need them, especially when there's no resources or stuff. But so tensions between Spain and France. Termination between Spain and Spain. Okay. Now, okay. So now this is an event that to me, like, I don't know about you, but this doesn't make much sense, because I don't think Spain would be fighting Spain. Like, you know, I mean, unless they have a revolution too. But I mean, or a civil war. But I mean. Alliance is terminated between Spain and Spain. So I think that's kind of like a goofy thing. Like they need to rewrite that. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so now Hatfield is full. New Haven is full at the moment. Now you can see Kingston is not. And Albany is not. And this one is not. And finally, he's up to full strength. Okay, so yeah, so I do this. So this is the unit that just has the civilian musket. So that means this is the unit that has. I think they have. I think there's 2 companies out of the 6 that have Spanish weapons. Now I don't know if I have many Spanish weapons left, so I don't know if they can reconstitute once they get to the hub. We only got 68 left. Ah, but we have 128 of these. I guess it was from that unit that we killed over here. It has to be, because I did not have those before. Like, I might have had, like, maybe 20 or 30 of them, but I mean... So right there, I can at least go to wherever Fort Stevens is. I can click on this unit, and for the first unit, I can give them these. Because, see, we need 120, and we have 127 of them. So I can go ahead, and so at least I'll have one company in this unit that has, you know, a bayonet and stuff. So, and so yeah, so I do have to run time in order to get him to get over here. It's a long way for him to go, and I guess my general can't get this. All right, so if my general cannot get this, then he's got to get here, and so I can use my general over here then, and I think Hatfield will move to here. I think there's a big unit here, or there's 2 units here, I can't remember. So I don't think just one military unit is going to be able to do that. And you see how time goes by in this game pretty quick. Like, it's already June 9th. I mean, and I'm just trying to hang on to what I have, basically. Yeah, he's just giving it up. Okay, so then you go here and hold on to that. Is he going up here to here? Alright, Fort Rice is captured. Alright, so these Fusiliers are now gonna take Fort Lovel, and they will get revitalized if there's enough. Okay, now the Rhode Island Navy. The Rhode Island Navy General Assembly meeting in East Greenwich passed a resolution creating a navy for the colony of Rhode Island. See, so these guys basically at this point in the game, like, so again, if you didn't take the patrol ship at the beginning, right, you would not have any ships until you took Newport and you get the British cutter. And then if you just don't do anything with that cutter, because you're going to lose it if you do, you're going to get 2 more cutters at this point in the game. So now you're going to have 3 cutters there. You could put them on patrol, but you got to watch it, because once they get it into that death circle, you got 2 minutes to try to grab them and get them out and get them back to the port. You can save a little bit of money if you do the patrol, but now look, he just got here and he already got up to 720 guys. Like, unbelievable. So I think what I'm going to do, so this guy left this place here at Fort Rice, which again, if we look, we just linked up this by taking this. And so I can see that. Okay, Alliance. It has been reported that Cherokee and Britain have officially entered into a groundbreaking alliance. This historical agreement, shrouded in secrecy, marks a radical departure from centuries of rivalry and conflicts between them. Now see, alliance between Cherokees and Cherokees, again, is another bug in the game. Unless it's supposed to be like that, like maybe there are 2 Cherokee native tribes that are fighting each other. I mean, I don't think so. Alright, so now you can see okay, so I gotta make a decision here, but okay, so we need a naval department. We also need an intelligence department. And we do need to recruit some officers. So these are all things that we have to do. I do have 23,000. Alright, I'm gonna pause the game for just a moment, because of the simple fact that I need to figure this out. Okay, so if I go down this here, I can then come over to the U.S. State musket. And then improved infrastructure. Over here you got the Hunter, the Pennsylvania. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here that is really neat. And so, but it's gonna take a lot of days unless, you know, I'm up to 87. I could try to, I wouldn't want to take a big chunk of it, but I could do, you know, something just to help move this stuff along. Okay, good. I just had enough resources to upgrade that barracks. That's what I wanted to check. I sorry that it took me a long time to figure it out, but like this time now that is June 13th, we must have got enough stuff to finally be able to get an upgrade. Yeah, it still says no resources, so I can't do it, I guess. That might have been something that I needed to do, like when I first started doing this. You know what I mean? Like I probably should have picked. I probably should have looked at each thing and did it, but I didn't. So that's one of the learning curves of this game, is to try to manage all of this and stuff like that. But okay, so now that I did that, should I go back to production? Hey, and now, okay, so I think, let's see, 2 days. So, cause if I can get, you know, even just one, I can make a artillery unit. Yeah, see now, okay, so remember I'm still out of resources, but you can see here I had 0 wood before, now I got a bunch of wood. So that was the thing that I was missing. That's why I made all those carpenter places and stuff. So that resolved that problem. So okay, so if I put 2 factories in 2 days, I'll create one. And we'll go back to just reproducing 10 per day, because it only takes 1 factory. And so that'll be a cheaper way of doing it. So that way, so I will be able to, in a couple of days, I will be able to make an artillery unit and stuff. So even though it's the worst one, it's 3 pounds. So I mean, but if you look at this, you can see I've only captured one of the 6. The British use 6-pound field guns. I mean, that's right from the start of the game. That's what the British got. So I mean, they got everything better. Like it's just the way it is. But you need 5 guns in order to make a unit. So yeah. And granted I could buy them, but I mean it's good at the moment though that I do have that amount of money. So you can tell that there's some things that I didn't do at the beginning that I have done before where I was almost broke at this point. And especially when Canada opens up, I was definitely financially broke. But so I'm not saying what I'm doing is the best way to do this. So let's go back over to here now that I got that sorted. It is... Okay, hold on. It is recommended to stop. Oh! Okay, so this unit has great condition. This unit does not. Oh, and then the rise of privateer captains, excuse me. A group of skilled and daring captains with extensive maritime experience emerge as privateers. Operating independently or with the support of the local communities, they acquire swift and full-armed vessels to engage in privateering against British merchant ships. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and do this battle. It should... They might run off the field. They might not. I don't know, but they only got 360, so they probably have 1 cannon company, and the rest are probably infantry. They might have okay, I don't know what the British are called, but I look at it as like a skirmisher. You know what I mean, right? Like Minutemen, skirmish type people. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Because if we could like surround that fort, we could try to wipe them out right now. But if they instantly run, but then again, this is a fort, so they are going to be in a fort. And they're going to have artillery. So my general is way over here. 1 fusilier here, 1 fusilier there. All right. As always, I like to pause for a moment. So here's a flag here. Okay, so here we are. There's somebody hiding right here. And we got these guys here. Okay, so I'm supposed to be fighting a fort. Let me just take one more peek. Sorry that I do it this way, but... Alright, well, I don't know. Let me see here. Why don't you and you come forward. You come this way. And then this unit here. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense though. I don't see a fort. I could have swore that guy is in a fort, right? I mean, he wasn't outside the fort. Alright, and then where is my general is way the heck. Where is he? Well, I guess I can click on him, sorry. You know, like I said, it's a learning thing. Alright, let's get going. We don't know what we're gonna find along the way. Oh, okay, here they are. They came out to greet us. So if that's the case, oh my gosh. See this see, this is what I mean. I mean, it looked like they did come out to fight us, but we gotta at least hunt down that. We gotta at least hunt down that artillery. So this is not recommended to run from way out here, but again, you know what I'm gonna do. So yeah, just go into him, okay? You gotta at least take out the gun. And now you're gonna give up, so get over here and help your fellow guy. Okay, good. Yeah. All right, so he's disbanded. So yep, okay. So now we're gonna just go ahead and okay. Yeah, we didn't capture them. We didn't get prisoners. So you know what I'm gonna do. And I just, if you're a player of this game, I recommend you do the same thing. It might not seem like much, but you know, you got to get that condition back. Otherwise, they will be exhausted. And so that's all I'm going to do. See, and the enemy ran away. I mean, it's not fun trying to chase down the enemy. I mean, I understand why they did it. I mean, I had 12 companies. They had about 5 companies. So, I mean, and these are my Fusiliers. So these guys are basically my trained army. These are the only 2 units that these are the only 2 that I have. I mean, you start with these. And if you do everything with them, they will, you know, eventually get better. So yeah, I think we're good. I mean, yep. Okay, we're good. Let's go to global map. And you can see I lost one guy. I mean, I lost one guy. They lost 100. Yeah, and like I said, I don't know why this guy retreated from the fort that he was in and went up to another fort and stuff like that. Because maybe he thought I wasn't going to pursue him, but I did. And so, yeah. And one gun, but see, so, okay, so they had one gun, right? But doesn't say that they lost the gun. So that might mean I did not capture the gun. So I'm going to go take a look in a moment. But yeah. So yeah. And again, I always suggest to pause the game the moment you come back from a battle. Because it depends on where the enemy is, the remaining unit of that regiment. We got to see. And I would even suggest, you know, even when you're out of a ship battle to also do that. So, okay. So up here. Yeah, see? 200 of his guys retreated off the map. And it's only the gun that we destroyed. And before I even do that, I just want to look and see. Yeah, see? So, okay, so they had one gun, and I made that unit disband, and the game did not give me another gun, like one gun. So do you see how hard it is to, you need to be able to kill 100-man artillery unit in order to even get like maybe one or two of these guns. I mean, I've had like I'm gonna tell you, as many times as if I have tried this campaign for a week, different ones starting, because every time a patch comes out, sometimes you need to restart it, and so that's why I could never really get totally into it and stuff. And there are times where I've had, 5 of these where I could make a 6-pound unit, and it's just, yeah. I'm just giving you my opinions, okay? I don't mean to bore you or stuff like that, but I'm just giving you my opinions on some of this stuff. And so again, the thing to do here is to either shoot them or charge them. And if we're got 100% health, not health, 100% condition, we should be able to charge him, and then they might surrender. But see, because he is 200, now where is he headed? Okay, so he's heading to Saratoga. Okay, so in an audacious move, a group of patriots embarks on a raid of the British-controlled Hubbardton's warehouse stores goods. So yeah, patriot morale and resources. Alright, let's pause. Yeah, see, I got no officers, so I cannot make a unit. Like, even in my Hartford, let me see. Yeah, I have no officers. And I think it's because I'm trying to get to the Continental Army instead of, because okay, so we'll do that for now. And so now I gotta make a decision here. Boy, I'll tell you. I think I'll go down this one. There's a lot of. I mean, this game is something else. I mean, you can tell why you want to keep restarting campaigns and starting it because of all the different things. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much to this game. Like, this is gonna be a fantastic game, and because I grew up here in Massachusetts or Taxachusetts, this game appeals to me. So, anyways. I mean, it's nice to be able to see places that I've lived, you know what I mean? Like, I was born here, so, I mean, I know Boston, I know Middleborough, I know Providence, Rhode Island, I know Newport, I know Portsmouth, I know Falmouth, I know up Maine, like in Bangor, Maine. I lived in Bangor, Maine, I lived in Rochester, New York, I lived in LA, I lived in near San Francisco and Oakland. I lived in San Diego. I've lived in Missouri, Springfield. I lived in a lot of places. So I mean, I've done a lot of stuff in my life, and I had 21 years in the Navy, and I had 12 years with the TSA, Department of Homeland Security and stuff, and international airports. So I mean, those are my careers, and that's what I did. But so yeah, so this game really does appeal to me. It's just that I'm not a master of it. That's definitely it. So okay, so I can't build any units until I get some officers. And we have 77 days to capture Ticonderoga. Yeah, and I even lived in Rochester, New York. So, I mean, that's where my daughter was born. So, I mean, you have to realize that, I know a lot of this, That's about 70 miles to Niagara Falls and Buffalo. So anyways. So, yeah, what can I do next? Because, see, I'm trying to decide. Well, I think in 77 days, then Canada will open up. And so maybe at that time, I have to worry about every place that I've left empty. You know what I mean? Like for right now. And we are close to this, but we should eliminate what we can eliminate. So, yeah, so maybe I'll take a shot, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll send this unit to here, and then he'll rest to get his condition back. So that'll be one thing. Now this unit, this military unit in Hatfield, I mean, I would hate to lose these places, but I guess I can take a chance. Like, as long as Boston doesn't do anything drastic, and we still have this. And why are these ships still not... Why are these brigs still not getting up to full status? Maybe we don't have iron or something. I mean, I think I have a textile place. Right? Yeah, right here. So that's for the sails. Yeah, so I think the biggest mistake I made in this campaign, I'm going to say, is I didn't designate each section to have something different other than wheat or food. You know what I mean? Like I think I needed to mine in certain areas. I needed to cut wood in certain areas. I needed to kind of do stuff like that, I guess. So that's what we're lacking in this. So yeah, alright, let's tell you what, I know what I'm gonna do. I mean, they could send something over here to get these. Like, I don't care. I think we need to just... We all need to come over here. Yeah, and this guy, he's at 460. So I think I will send him here. Now, don't forget, these are fresh military units, right? And I built them up a little bit, but these are regular British guys. So I can have both of these attack him, and these guys will make each of these route. So without my Fusiliers, but we're going to keep these guys busy with these 2 units, and because he's the only one over here, and we need to eliminate him eventually. And that's barring that nothing else happens. And look, here's a 7-pack right here. Here's a 2-pack right there. And we can't see what's over here, but I know that there's a lot of 78 gun ships in this area. And that's one of the reasons why I took my fleet out of there. So, okay, so with that going like that, let's go ahead and see. Yeah, we don't have the resources, so I ain't gonna build. He's exhausted. Well, let's see. Hey, and we'll have a reinforcement. Alright, want to see one more battle? This one ought to be interested. Because they're going to have a good 12 to 14 companies. And they got 2 that are cannon. Oh, whoa, they got 2 companies of cannons. They have 2 companies of cannons. So this really ought to be interesting. And so yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, this ought to be an interesting fight. Now, I don't know if we have to go across water or anything, but and we're going to be out in the open probably, so that's going to suck. But I think what I'll do, like I said, depending on how close we are to the fort, I might, okay, yeah, okay. So you can see that they have that unit outside of the fort. So he's the one that's going to fight us. And we don't want to go anywhere near that fort until we've dealt with this unit here. And it would have been better if we attacked from this way, because we'd have a lot of woods. But it is what it is. So I'm gonna pause the game just so that way I can see the battlefield. Oh yeah, okay. So we know they're gonna have 4 artillery units. So here's one of them, a full squad right there, a quarter squad right here. And they must have, oh yeah, look at right here. they got a whole bunch. So yeah. Oh yeah, this is an open field. Yeah, I can't really. Alright, well. Alright, well, we're gonna try out the Minutemen, guys. So I guess I could put a Minuteman right there. Yeah, maybe we can get these guys into cover. And these guys are kinda in cover. So then he can go there. This guy can go here. And this one here. Okay. Alright, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to have another unit come into the battle. So let's go like that, because we're not in a rush to get to the fort. Now, I don't know how far those 6-pounders can shoot, but... You know what I mean? If we're in cover... Yeah, see, he shot right here. So I was lucky to move these guys into woods. Okay, so like I said, if they want to do that, if they want to shoot it out, I mean that's okay. I mean we are gonna get hit by those guns though. I mean we could try to go over there and take him out, because alright boys, I think it's time to go and eliminate at least that one gun there. Yeah, this is gonna be brutal because of gun. This is gonna be brutal. Alright. Let me see. You charge him. No, you charge him, and you charge him. You also charge that guy. You two try to charge him. Okay, I'm just gonna do the charging because we gotta get into the woods. And we gotta push because I just realized that they got this gun I ain't worried about. It's this one and that big one right there that's above, so he can like this is like, I didn't want to rush this fort yet, but like I said, I can't, like, these 6-pounders are killing us. Like, they are really damaging us. So yeah, and then you charge him, and you charge him. I'm just gonna do it. Let's go. Meanwhile, you move forward, you move forward, you move forward. Get over there. Get that gun. Go over there. Get that gun. You gotta at least knock out that gun. If you do not, it's over. Alright, guys. Kill that guy right there, will you? Now, where is the other unit that I would have? Alright now, boy. Alright, you guys. Over here. Come on. My general. Oh, they even got a gun right there. I didn't see that gun right there. I did not see that gun right there. Gosh, they had so many guns here. Oh my gosh. Alright. Come on, boys. Get in here, okay? Don't just stand there. You gotta get into the fort. We gotta get into the fort. Come on. Oh my gosh. You two. Get over there. Hey. We finally got these guys to come. Okay, you guys get over here. Come on. Finally, we got that. Now you get over here. To me, shooting ain't gonna cover it. You've got to do melee. Now you go up there and get that gun. Go up there and get... Oh, you have to go that way? You have to go that way? Alright. Alright, charge in. Charge in. Break this line right here. You gotta break this line. That's it. There you go. Now direct your shooting over there. Over here. Over there. Okay, he's dead. Okay, you. Grab this gun right here. You. Grab that gun. Move to here. Get him. Yeah, this definitely was a fight, boy. I had a this must be a better fort than the others. So I gotta get these guys up here to claim this flag. You can hold that spot there. You go hold that. You go hold that. You can hold that right there. My general can get over here. You're still alive, so you head over there, my friend. You're still alive? Come on, everybody, get into the fort. Alright, you're almost dead. Get over here. You there. You right there. You come over here. Alright, so now we better get a bunch of these 5-pounders. I bet you these are 5-pounders, and I hope that we get a lot of these, because this is gonna be really big. And we only captured one of these guys. That's about it. Now I do hear melee, and I hope they didn't run one of my units to the border and are fighting them. Because I'd hate to lose. I would hate to lose the company. Alright, so my general is here. This unit is there. This unit. This unit. This unit. This company. Well, I could call them companies. There's this company here. This company here. This company there. This company here. This company there. This one. This one. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's take a look at this. Yeah, it's a 6-pound field gun. And this one. Is another 6-pounder. And so now, as always, we'll burn some time, just a minute or two, just to make sure that every one of these units have condition. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Like I said, that they had 4 batteries of 5-pounders. I mean that was really tough. Even using my best 2 units, these Fusiliers. I mean, let's take a look just to see. Yeah, look. And these are my best guys. Yeah. You know, look. 68 kills and 86 deaths. You know, and then 74, 60, 67 to 89. Yeah, 39 to 62. 65 to 82. You know, 49 to 48. Oh, this poor guy. He's a 2-star unit too, and he killed 28 and he lost 127. I mean, he had to have been hit by 3 of those batteries at the same time. I mean, this one too. My best units, 36 and 115 loss. Yeah, 58 and 176 deaths. Oh my gosh. 30 and 133 deaths. 87 and 105. And of course the military, you know, they don't do that good anyway, but 35 of 84. Alexander, 10 deaths, 10 kills and 124 deaths. That's appalling. And look at this British guy that we captured. He had 139 kills and he only had 81 deaths. And this guy only had 6 kills and 82. 0 and 0. So this guy, this military didn't even do anything in the battle. Like, he came in late. He was one of the I think he was one of the reinforcements. So they come in way late. And just like this guy too, only 4 kills, 0 deaths. And this one, 32 and 17 deaths. So this guy did a little better. The skirmisher. So yeah, I guess, yeah, so they are called skirmishers. Yeah, so okay. I just hate to call them something that they're not. And so Minutemen are skirmishers, just like whatever the British call theirs, they are skirmishers. So all right, I think that's enough, folks. That's all she wrote. So yeah, I lost, you know, yeah, that's appalling actually, but I came into this with 1,000 more than what they had. But because of those 12 guns, you know, I lost 842. I killed 860 of them, wiped out half of their guns, and we only captured 1 for 39 missing. So my summary of this would be, because of them having 4 batteries of guns, 12 guns, that was a big advantage for them, because they had 2 of those guns on the top part of the fort, so they had height, and then 1 was on the wall and 1 was outside, which was small gun. So I mean, yeah, this is very, very costly. Yeah, look, I even I even lost one of my cavalry guys on my officer. Cause and I'm thinking, my general I don't think was anywhere near infantry, so my general got hit by one of their artillery units. I mean, that's what I think. And so yeah. So this artillery was destroyed. This one medium, medium, medium. So what that means is they gave up the guns and they ran away or disbanded or something. So that's the battle in a nutshell. I mean, it was very, very costly. I hope I can recover from this. But we still have, like, we probably should have about 2 months before we go after the objective that we need to do. But this here is at least, we had to do this. We had to try to wipe these out. Okay, so now again we're negotiations in the shadows. You know, these black market guys or whatever. You know, I don't really want. Like I said, I'm not buy. You know, I don't want to buy the weapons because just getting 33 of those for 3,000. I mean, I can't equip that on anybody. You need 120 guns. And so that's unreasonable. I think it's a bad thing. Now, I don't know if that gives me bad reputation with him. And I'm going to pause the game, of course. Alright. Oh, wow. 133. Oh, man. I took a beating. Alright. You get over here. You get over here. Okay, so now you attack him. You attack him. And I'm lacking some. Okay, he's got 110 now, so he's fully manned. It's just a matter of sail and structure. Yep, same with this brig. Sail and structure, sail and structure. So we've got 18 guns, 18 guns, 18 guns, 30, 30. So these two ships are okay. These three still, we must not have all this material that we need. So my whole campaign is lacking in some stuff that I fundamentally missed when I, started this, I guess. It's the only way I can look at it. Now, I guess we can choose to try to move in. So the bad news is they got to retreat over there to go and support Ticonderoga. But we do have this fort now. And we're collecting these resources. Oh, an 8-inch 8-inch land service mortar. What? Wow. I just can't believe it. An 8-inch land. 6 of them. Okay, so my general lost one guy. So the only way I think I can get him back is to maybe send him to Hartford. Because I think somewhere along the way I do have cavalry. Okay, so look at the date. It's June 20, right? So this is when Rhode Island gives you 2 cutters. So if you had the British Obedient or whatever it was when you first took Newport, you would now have 3 cutters, okay? And then you could put them on patrol for a little while to get some money on trade on the sea. But the moment the British intercept you, you would need to watch that death circle, that I call it a death circle. And once the timer is done, you can send your ships back to your harbor. Otherwise, you're going to lose the whole fleet anyway. So that's my only suggestion. But you can see here at June 20, this is when you get those. So if you didn't have the patrol ship at the beginning of the game like I did, this is when you would, start doing stuff with your fleet, I guess. Now I do hear shooting. Oh, it's over here. Alright, so this Fort Montgomery is going to be a problem. Join it. What is your... Oh, if I have it paused or something? No, what is your problem? Join it. Good. Okay, so Canadian reinforcements. British forces launched a well-coordinated campaign down Lake Champlain from Canada, with the advantage of logistics support and swift warborne transports. They send well-equipped reinforcements to protect the North Passage. That's 13. That's a lot. So that might mean that, depending on where that reinforcement came from, that means they're gonna reinforce. Oh yeah, right here. Look at 2,500 coming from the north. You see? So this is not going to be easy. Tensions between the Cherokee and Britain are rising. Alliance terminated between... see, again, I don't understand the Cherokee and the Cherokee, so I think that's just a typo. We did capture Saratoga. Officer recruitment is finished. Yeah, I don't know if I should. Oh man, I'm trying to think because we got all this stuff open. You know what I mean? Like the British can take it all back. I mean, oh, this is crazy. This game, man. I'm telling you, and these guys are not really. Which I knew they would. I mean, they were just supposed to preoccupy them. I just didn't know how tough Saratoga was gonna be, and so that's what's gonna. But we got 71 days, so that's a good bit of time. And my general over here. Can I put him in here and will he be able to get that one guy that he lost? It just depends on where. I mean, I know I had to have built one at least. Or maybe yeah, stable right here. In Providence. So, you know, he should be able to regenerate that one guy that he needs. Yeah. I mean, I would think he could. Alright. Alright folks, I think what I'll do here, you know that I have 83 reputation, so I could spend some of that on tech, but I think this would be a good place to stop the video, and it just depends on a little bit more time, because basically what I'm going to do is I've got to burn some time so that way my Fusiliers get back to full strength. Because I really count on them. Like without those 2 units, the way that battle just went, I would not have been able to take this fort right here. And so this is not going to be an easy task. And if we don't recover, these guys could try to come down and these guys just got 2,600 more troops. And they might take back some of this stuff that I took. Because I don't have it defended. I had to use everybody that I could. And then as far as in New England goes, you know, and again, with just, you know, if these guys are willing to just sit around, that's okay with me. And here's a 2-pack there. And I'm dying to get out here and fight some ships, but... Oh yeah, and then they gave us, you know, 2 cutters. Yeah, so you know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna scrap them. Because they're just too small. You know, they're gonna get destroyed easily. Like in 8... Okay, I'll just say before finishing this video, I'll just say... In Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail, in the beginning of the campaign, yeah, you can use a cutter to have a fire ship, and you can take out a pretty prize ship with that if you get lucky with the wind. and you get lucky to deliver it. Because if a big prize turns the right way in broadsides, it'll destroy that cutter. But in this game, I don't see that option, so therefore I'm just gonna scrap the cutters, seeing I do have, you know, 2 good ships. The brigs I'll hang on to, but if push comes to shove, I can sell them off. Hey, and we got 1 brig. We got 1 brig up and running. So we just need these 2 brigs. So maybe scrapping those 2 helped this ship. And so I can't do a sea battle until these things get up and running. So that way you know. And I gotta see if I get, maybe I have to move my general to here. I don't know. But I am sure that we have yeah, we have 72 horses. So there should be no reason why this general can't get his 1 guy that he needs. Maybe it just takes a little bit of time. If anything, I can move him to Providence, to where the horses are. But, you know, this is supposed to be all connected. So why isn't he regenerating? But, and then this situation, I gotta, you know, withdraw. So yeah, I'll have him go there. And I'll have him go there. So yeah, so I don't know how it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and then try to, all I'm gonna do, folks, is try to regroup. And then we'll have to see if we're gonna lose these in the meantime as we regroup. So yeah, so no matter where you are in the world, have a great day or a great afternoon. Please take care of yourselves. Be kind to others. God bless to you in your own religion. This is your friend Jeff signing out. Adios amigos and adios the lovely amigas.